Now the ending to this story is wildly scary. I just can't believe. So you have Molly and you have Rachel. These two are goth girls. They like to dress in all black, black shirt, black pants, black jacket, black makeup, even with the black boots. We all know or seen somebody that dressed exactly like this. Which is cool. I went through a phase of liking. I remember I went through a phase of liking goth girls the most. And it all started because of this cartoon right here. Huh? Like I had a little cartoon crush on her and I don't know why. I know it's a stupid reason, but it's the truth. Back to the story. Molly and Rachel decided to go to the cemetery. So the two get in their car, and as they going, Rachel realized that her other friends is not in the car with Molly and her. So she tells Molly while Molly is driving, where's the other friends? Why are we going to the cemetery alone? Because you have to realize they're going at night by themselves. So it was completely off for Rachel at that moment. So Molly looks back at Rachel, gave her a quick turn and said, oh, our friends are not coming tonight. They're drunk. Well, they was drunk. They're hungover from the party last night. So it's just gonna be us two tonight. In Rachel's head, she really didn't want to go because it is terrifying going with just two people. But she didn't want to tell Molly that because she seen how happy she was to go. So she just said, okay. So Molly, she drove down this wooded area. And when you get close to the graveyard site that they're going to, there's this creepy wide gate that you have to go through. The gate is completely terrifying looking. Why? Because it looked like it's nothing but bad in there. It looked like you're not supposed to go in there at night. I'm gonna just be honest. But she parked her car at the dead end area where they always park their car at. They got out and they walked to their graveyard site. At their graveyard site, where they like to chill is a big rock and a tree. Like a huge rock. Now as the girls is just sitting enjoying their time, you know, smoking cigarettes, talking about life, and all of a sudden they smell smoke. They smell smoke, but they don't know where it's coming from, and they're looking around to see why they smelling smoke. Now when I say smoke, I'm not talking about from cigarettes or marijuana. I'm talking about like bonfire type smoke or like a fire smoke. And you're not supposed to do any bonfires or anything like that in this area. The girls know though, college students all the time like to sneak in here and do bonfires. So this is what they was thinking at first.
What's up, guys? Made it.
So Molly then was like, you know what? Let's go check it out. Because it might be college kids just having a bonfire. We could go talk to them and have a great time with them. And Rachel was like, no. That bonfire is kind of too far out. And we really don't usually see people that far out doing a bonfire. I don't know. I'm just weirded out by that. Molly was just egging her on though. It's like, no, you're thinking too deep. Let's just go. Or let's just see what's causing this fire. At least it might not be a bonfire. You know, Molly's just getting in her head, egging her on. Because Molly is just so curious. Such a curious cat. That they get up and they go check it out. And little did they know their worst nightmare is about to happen. Now this is the break. Well, I shout out my supporters for having these snacks. Specifically this one person, because look at this. You posted it on your Instagram page and then tagged me. I love you. And so is this person. Thank you so much. I love you. I ain't gonna lie, that made my day. With that being said. Oh, shout out Corey Extension.
I already knew what time it.
And y'all already know what I'm about to say. Go get your snacks.
Started off in your world.
So Molly and Rachel walks up to the fire. They do it quietly and they sneak without trying to make any noise while doing it, because Rachel is telling Molly, let's be quiet doing this because this might not even be college students. This could be some creeps having a bonfire or a cult or some ritual type of crew. So let's be quiet as we sneak up to this fire. What you have to understand is that this fire is covered by a hill in these woods, and you can't see who's ever around the fire as well. All you can see is the flames coming up from the hill, surrounded by trees. So as they got close and close and close to the hill that they had to come over to then see the fire, right when it was about to get on top of the hill, they smelled a horrible smell. Molly said, ew, what is that smell? It was too loud. So Rachel told her to shh, and they just stopped and they listened to see who was gonna come over the hill. As they looking, being quiet, they don't see no one. And they covering their nose because that smell smelled too horrible. And Rachel was like, this vibe is not it. Molly, we have to go. Now Molly was very irritated because she actually wanted to go over the hill. Such a curious cat. She really wanted to see who was at that fire or what was going on at that fire. But she listened to Rachel. Even though she was irritated, she listened to Rachel and said, okay, fine. And they walked back to the car. As they got, a little bit closer to the car, Rachel turns around and she sees a man over the hill standing still looking at them. So Rachel told Miley, you see this guy? Let's hurry up, speed walk, and get the inside of this car. And they did. They started speed walking to the car. Rachel turned around and don't see him no more. And she said, oh, okay, he went back down the hill. Did she look? And see that he didn't go back by the fire. He actually is power walking straight towards them. So they start running. She grabs Miley and pushes her, and they start running for their lives. And then the man runs right at them, full speed. Now they're honestly running for their lives, literally. As they both running, they don't know how fast the man is, but Miley knows she has to take out her keys. And as she's taking out her keys, they just hoping that they don't fall, but they just running their full speed. They get to the car. Miley is jittering with the keys, you know, nervous. Can't even get the thing through the hole. She finally gets through. They get in the car. The man is still charging them. Lock the door, immediately turns on the car. Remember, they're at a dead end. She has to reverse the car, turn it around, and then drive. So as she's reversing the car, and as she turns it around, the man is right there next to Rachel's passenger side window, and she skirts off just in time. The two at that very moment know that if that guy was going to catch them, he was probably going to kill them. Because why else would he do that? Maybe just to scare him off? Maybe. Now understand this. As they in a car, they described this man. They was like, okay, he wasn't a college student because he looked like he was 40 something years old, 50. Well, probably not 50. He was running way too fast. The girls can obviously tell that he's older. And then they said, yeah, right? And what was that smell? It smelled horrible. You think he was burning the body? And the laugh started to fade away because they realized he was probably actually burning the body. But they didn't know for sure. Then they say, you know, do you think we should ever chill at our spot again? Rachel's like, yes, but with our group, and let's not ever in life go with just us two at night ever again. But wait, it only gets a little worse. A lot worse. Miley drops Rachel off. Miley goes home. The next morning, Rachel wakes up. She gets breakfast that her mom made. And the mom and the daughter, they talk. And the mom said, Rachel, you heard what happened last night? Rachel's like, no, what? Somebody who works in my office, it's a huge office, and we have this huge parking garage, was kidnapped in the parking garage. Rachel's like, what? Did they find her? Like, is she's okay? No. He killed her and then tried to dispose her body by burning it so he can leave no evidence.
Body was burned, but we want to show you what we can see right now. Discovered a body. As you said, sources told us that body was burned. They're saying this death is being treated as suspicious.
I am very nervous when I'm here at night, and I don't know what to think of it. It kind of makes you, like, very nervous that what is going on so close to where we are, that we didn't see anything or we missed it.
Rachel was like, Mom, there's something that I need to tell you. Me and Miley, we was at the graveyard site and we smelled the body, and we actually seen a guy burning the... We didn't really see the body, but we seen the man in the fire, and we smelled this bad smell. Mom, I'm so sorry. Just pouring her heart out to her mom, telling her she would never do something so silly as going to a creepy graveyard site alone anymore. And she started bursting out and pouring her heart out and crying because she really could have died that night. Just crying and crying. Also realized that they didn't find this guy yet.
Overhead video shows a scorched area, found a burned body early Tuesday morning.
Rachel hurry up and calls Miley and say, do you think last night he seen our face and he know how we look? This was terrifying them because they could have been on the target list or could be on the target list. But thankfully, 48 hours later, the guy was found because he was actually driving in the victim's car that he murdered. If it wasn't for Rachel that night, because remember, Miley wanted to go over the hill and check out this fire so bad. If it wasn't for Rachel paranoia and her gut feeling telling her, this whole vibe, even it all started from the car, trust your gut, the two would have been dead. Now, what you're about to see is a student who disappeared, Riley Strang. Only 400 people seen that I uploaded this. So if you're the 400 people, this is a re-upload because I actually had to delete the video for copyright reasons. Now the video is situated.
Of Missouri student has been missing for days.
After getting kicked out of a bar. That's where all of this begins. Luke Bryan's bar.
It shows a Mizzou student who's been missing since Friday.
And now his family is pleading.
I love it. I love you so much.
Riley Strain was last seen leaving a bar in Nashville on Friday night.
Yeah, we just want you to know we're not giving up on you.
During a fraternity trip. His friends say they got separated, and when they were supposed to meet back at the hotel, his key was there, but he was not.
Strain hasn't been seen or heard from since.
A student named Riley just disappeared. Riley Strain. As you can see on CCTV footage, he's walking with his head down, not control of his body. Very drunk, he was leaving the bar.
Now, a lot of people on social media are speculating and talking about this black car that keeps being seen following him throughout all the surveillance.
He puts something into his right hand from his left and holds it up in front of him to look at it. It definitely looks like he is holding up a cell phone to see perhaps a map on the screen, as when someone would be trying to see where their rideshare is parked on Uber. He then keeps looking up at the street signs.
See the gray car and that black car. Now listen.
He's walking with his head down, not control of his body. Very drunk, he was leaving the bar. He's running into the wall, and as you can see, cars is passing him by. I don't know if they noticing him, but they're not paying no mind to him. Passing him right up. The smoke shop camera was able to pick him up on footage, and then his last Snapchat location was pinged not too far from the smoke shop camera. What you need to understand what happened is he was at a bar called Luke Bryan.
That Luke Bryan's establishment are absolutely involved in this. It is said that, they don't overserve. Just like many places, we don't overserve. They see that this young man has been overserved. I'm guessing probably because of his behavior, possibly.
Something went on in his bar and he was kicked out. As he's leaving the bar, he takes a tumble, he gets up, and then he's still walking, completely wasted out of his mind. Meaning they should have never kicked him out. They should have just sat him down, talked to him, and at least let him sober up first. And this is him on CCTV footage again. You can see that he's walking next to a whole group of people. These people do not know him, but he's just walking next to them, trying to get to wherever he's going. Now, realize that as of now, no one has a single clue where he's at. It's believed that because he was really drunk, he probably fell in the water. So search rescues checked the water and they seen nothing. It's also believed that he could have possibly been picked up by someone. Now wait, if y'all been on the channel long enough, and if you new watching this channel, y'all know that one of my friends was really drunk. We had a similar case like this. She was really drunk, she walked off, and we couldn't find her.
Man, we really cannot find this girl. Get shot and shit, we gonna fucking be dumb. This is the craziest night. Yeah, this real life crazy. She disappeared.
Hey, are y'all tripping, bro?
Nah, we gotta dip. Look for this girl.
So we know how scary this situation could be. When I say we, I'm talking about me, my friends, my circle, my group. And you know what's scary about this case? There's even articles saying, why do so many men go missing and drown after a night out? I believe that he will get found.
He was wearing an Apple Watch. His cousin Chelsea Strain said they tried to do the Find My iPhone with no luck because they do not know his Apple ID and password.
But with this situation, it's like, expect the worst, be ready for the worst, but hope for the better. With that being said, my recent video is 3 women who disappeared in the most creepiest, scariest ways. If y'all haven't seen that, go see that, and thank y'all for watching. Bye.